The whole world is going through a crisis now because of the pandemic. Not only a public health crisis, but also economic crisis. And that economic crisis is not only felt by businesses on the islands, but also by nature conservation organizations, especially for the what is come to be known as the CAS Islands, so Curaçao, Aruba, and Saint Maarten. There has been a lot of talk about how those islands that depend heavily on tourism and that are also their own countries within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, how they will recover after the pandemic. So as DCNA, so as a nature organization that provides support to the park management organizations on all 6 islands, we noticed that there was a little bit of a lack of focus on the need to support nature and nature conservation in terms of the support that the Dutch Kingdom is giving to the islands, in terms of the support, liquidity support. So while the discussion is ongoing about what the islands need to do to provide, documentation or decisions that will, release liquidity support to the 3 islands, there has been a lack of focus on the need to also support, number 1, sustainable development, and number 2, also the need to enhance the protection of protected areas on the islands. I mean, it's understandable. It's understandable that right now, while people have lost their jobs, as people are hungry, that the focus is on sort of the social support that is necessary to give the support to the islands, because that's critically necessary as people are, trying to figure out how they're going to respond to the crisis, how they're going to, put food on their table. But the governments, so not only the national governments of the 3 constituent states, but also the Kingdom government needs to realize that, as we emerge, as we come out of the crisis, there has to be renewed effort and renewed focus be put on sustainable development. And sustainable development means sustainable economic development, so ensuring that you have, the economic programs in place to ensure that you can strengthen your economy, sustainable social development, so make sure that there's a safety social net, but also to ensure that your environmental conservation, your natural areas, the capacity for the islands to respond to issues such as climate change, which is going to be a big crisis as we come out of the current crisis that we find ourselves in, that the islands also have the capacity to be able to address those issues as well moving forward.